Welcome, everybody. It is Monday, and you are here with your three favorite knuckleheads on this beautiful Monday. We're here to make your Monday and the start of your week that much better. And we have a special guest this week with us. We have Jessica Archer. You might know her from that comic that Steve has up there on his window that she drew the cover for, Rascal Randy. But as always, we go around and see how everybody's Monday's going. Steve, how's your Monday?
We're going to make the world a little less awful today, boys.
Cheers up.
Jimmy's up. Yep. We got our
Lohit
coffees.
with the same cup since day one.
There you go.
Yeah, in the wintertime, you're still going to have that thing. It's going to start looking really rough. But it's got the
No
same cup.
days.
He'll just draw a Santa hat on it.
Got my poll list. Got a few
Yeah, I
books on
can't
there.
wait to see what numbers you have for us this week.
Just 20.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Whoa.
A little
only 5
under for
variants.
Steve this week. A little under
Plus
for
those
Steve.
5 Ignition Press books that my LCS emailed me and says, "Hey, Steve, do you want these books too?" And I went, sure. Twisted the arm, I'm like, oh, got to support local businesses, right?
100%.
Just one more
right.
book.
Yeah.
Lohit, how's your Monday, buddy?
Yeah, I just finished work and jumped into my best friends, to talk about like Canucks and comics. And then, the best Canuck is out here today. So welcome, Jessica, to the show.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was so fun to be here.
Yeah, definitely. And Jessica, how's your Monday?
Monday is good, thank you. I'm excited to be here and finally catch up with you wonderful guys. I just been in the studio all day, so yeah, can't complain. Get to draw every day now, so it is a very
Nice.
busy time getting ready for fall.
Awesome. Before we get going here, let's say hello to everyone. We got our honorary Canadian, my good friend, Robbie Josephs. What's going on, Robbie? Thanks for being
Hey,
here.
Robbie.
Steve's in the chat saying hi to everyone. We got Gimli the Great in here. What's going on, Gimli the
Cupcakes in
Great?
the house. Yeah,
We
baby.
got Omni Bud Scarf. Have I said
Omni
that
Bud
right?
Cafe.
That's
Cafe.
Omni.
Hey.
That's
Cafe. What's going on? Sorry I butchered your name. But thanks everyone for being here so far with us. We'll give you a shout out as you pop in, like always do. But before we get rolling here, what you guys got going on your picks and your poll list for this week? Steve,
Absolute
you're going to go
Batman,
last because you have
baby.
20 books. So I guess I'll start us off because I know I only have 4. I got Absolute Batman, Barbara Gordon Breakout, Clayface, and Batman and Robin Dynamic Duo Year 1.
But what variant covers are you getting from Absolute Batman?
None. Just the A cover.
Oh, you gotta get the Batman.
No.
Look at this. So good.
No,
Or-
just the A cover. I have no more variant covers from Absolute Batman.
FOMO
Just the
voodoo.
A
FOMO
cover.
voodoo. FOMO voodoo.
Just the A cover.
You must get the C
This
cover.
is so good. Look at it again.
Yes, look at that cover. Look at that. Just look at it.
Just
The A cover's fine. The A
He's
cover
saying
is
Dan.
fine.
Gotham
Dan
needs you. That's
needs
what he's
more
saying.
cover.
No, Dan doesn't.
Dan will be divorced, and then he'll be in a different basement with cardboard walls.
Imagine. Lohit, what you got on for yours?
I've got like Absolute Batman, of course, the Delotto variant. That's the Dark Knight homage. Then I've got like the Transformers David Nakayama, the
Okay.
regular cover. And then you should have shared League, by the way. I thought I did not have to do this. So
Well, if we have time at the end, we can always go on to the thing,
Yeah, there
right?
you go.
there you go.
Right.
So then you've
'Cause
got
it'll be
like
easy
the
for Dan to pull
Firestorm.
that up.
So you got the
Firestorm.
Firestorm, Jeff Lemire, local Canadian guy. So
Jeff
the local
LaBear.
Canadian dude. Then I
Yep.
love this Clayface series for some reason. I thought it's just going to be like a movie tie-in, but this is
Has it
actually
been good? Has it been a
Yeah,
good read?
Clayface is really good, actually.
really
yeah,
good.
that
Huh.
was a really, really good book.
And then the
Yeah.
only like Western book I read is like this Gunslinger. Look at him flaming, like this is Jimmy Palmiotti and Patrick Reynolds on the art. So yeah, this is Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. And then finally, there's a reprint. I'm going to try this Regicide book. This is by Patrick Kindlon. I've liked all of his stuff.
Yes, I'm in on that one too. Regicide.
So I'm going to try picking up Regicide. And then the last one is just, I think, a reprint. So Tomb Raider, Lara Croft is now in G.I. Joe for some reason. And
yes, it's a new crossover universe.
Yeah, they brought her in the last issue, Laura Croft.
Yeah, so I'm going to buy just for the cover. I'm just going to get the G.I. Joe.
I don't know what they're doing. They're doing like all these weird crossovers to get people to buy the books, I guess.
I guess so. But it's still Larry Hama on the title, and he's been there for like 300
That's what's important.
That's what's important.
Well, Larry.
Nice. And then Jessica, you got anything you're picking up?
Yeah, definitely Clayface. That was a really, really good first issue to that miniseries. Art is good, the story's strong, and I always like Clayface. So anytime there's a Clayface book, I usually will pick it up. Firestorm, again, that's a really good read. Randy Rascal #2 is out this week, so for sure that is on my pull list. Yes. That is like, I loved it. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Such a good story.
Like, there's so many things you can tell they're just going to dive into with those characters. So it was a good start to a good miniseries. So it should be very interesting to see what they do. And then, of course, all the mascots are getting all their own miniseries too. So I think
Which
next
one's your favorite?
Honestly, I because of the cover, like, I do have a soft spot in my heart for the rabbit. You know, when I was drawing that cover, it's funny. I had a white rabbit, sitting at my back door for like a couple of days straight, and did not leave. Yeah, for like 2 days straight. While I was working on that cover, and it was funny because as soon as I'm done the cover, of course, the rabbit goes away. So
disappears, right? Was it ever there?
Yeah, like it was funny. So yeah, Rascal Randy would probably be my favorite.
Nice. And Julian saying hi to you, Jessica.
Hi, Julian. How's it going? Julian is also a local artist. Awesome. No, he's in the States, I believe. Yes. But he does a lot of cartoon work, and he's pretty talented too.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Buckle your seatbelts, because this band's probably got 3 pages worth of stuff for us. So, Steve, what you got on your pull list?
Oh, just a couple of things.
No, just
a couple.
20. So I have these, 20. 20 books. So Absolute Batman, Barbara Gordon, Bleeding Heart, Firestorm, Nice House by the Sea, Dork, Rascal Randy 2A and the B cover, G.I. Joe 331, Regicide, Transformers, $1 Trillion Kid, X-23, Hulk 10, Miles Morales Spider-Man is coming back again. I don't know. I forget who's writing them this time, so I'm going to get just the A cover and maybe the foil. And then Cul-de-sac, because, Ignition Press.
Nice.
So there you go. That's the speed round.
We got Bleecker Street Comics in the house. What's going on, Bleak? Thanks for being here.
Yeah, he's got a good book out too that he's starting out called what is it?
Murder King.
Murder Kings.
Yeah, so definitely some great independent stuff coming through. I know we all collect differently, but we all come here. Usually all of our books are on Steve's pull list anyway, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah.
Like you mix Lohit and Dan and add like 5 extra books, and then you get Steve's pull list. So.
I think there's one day Steve had like 25 and I had 2.
I had 4.
And then I scratched one off the list, but then somehow I managed to have another 4 more.
Yeah, I've done that on League of Geeks. Like, I'll take off a book. I'm like, oh, I don't really need it. But then a week later, I'm like, oh, I'll just click it back into my cart.
Yeah. See, Jessica understands. She gets it.
Oh, I get it. It's a wormhole.
That's the only website that's open all the time on my phone. Like, I never even close the windows. It's always there.
Tab's always open.
All right.
Smart.
Well, we got everything going on here. Let's make our guest big. Give her the spotlight here.
Wait.
We can do it. Maybe. There we are.
We are doing things.
Technical difficulties going on here. But Jessica, like we said before, thank you for joining us. This is an honor for me, for Lohit, for Steve. You're our first guest on the Canucks On Comics. So we really do appreciate you taking your time out of your day to come talk to us. Why don't you let everybody know who's watching if they don't know who you are, what you do, and all that great stuff?
Well, first, I just want to thank you guys for all your support and inviting me on. I mean, it's an honor for me to be invited and asked to be on someone's podcast. And, you know, it's such a pleasure to have met you guys on Instagram. And it's just very different from, you know, when you're talking to someone through DMs to actually talking virtually or in person. So, you know, thank you. And it's hard too with Instagram because sometimes, you know, you miss a lot of notifications and, you know, that happens to me quite a bit. So when someone actually reaches out, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know who you are. Like, yeah, I have connected with you. And so it means a lot when people reach out and message me. Like, I don't take that stuff lightly. So thank you guys for reaching out and messaging. And sometimes I know I'm a bit slow, but I appreciate you guys. And I really do appreciate the support. Anyways, my name is Jess. I am a Canadian artist. I am here in Cottage Country. We're trying to get back into Partial City, but I am a portrait artist and do realism. I do realistic comic book themed work. It's mostly black and white. I do a little bit of color too, but most of my stuff lately has been black and white over the years. Kind of just working with graphite, powders, multiple tools like makeup brushes, blending stunts. So actually one of my covers that Steve has, I just did the Rascal Randy #1 this past July. And that was a lot of fun. That was my first big publisher, Image Comics, and it's such a great book. And if you haven't read Rascal Randy, I highly recommend. We just love Exquisite Corpses, so it's such a huge honor to be a part of the Exquisite family, and that was just such an exciting book and to be a part of. So I do have another exclusive coming out this summer, so that's pretty much all I can say on that. But I guess maybe late summer, early fall. But so that's coming, and why it's been super busy this summer in the studio. So when I disappear, it's usually why I'm usually working away.
Can you tell us which publisher it is?
If she told you, she would have to kill you, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm allowed to.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. As soon as I get the okay, then I will share. But
start with an I.
Have to keep it.
An M or a D.
I don't know. As soon as I get okay. I can't say.
Okay.
So I guess I'll start off with the first question. How did Image reach out to you, or did you reach out to them to get the cover done?
Actually, it was Gotham Central. I've known Carlos for a few years. I actually met Carlos when I used to go to Toronto Comic-Con in March, and I used to go to their booth, and I used to like buy a lot of collectibles from them. And so I just sort of started following them on social media. My first time doing an event was Summerfest or Summer Bash with them last summer. And I've just gotten to know them, and they've become really good friends, and they have been super, super supportive. I cannot say enough good things about Gotham and Clara and Carlos. And then they just kind of reached out to me asking me if I wanted to do this cover. I'm like, hells yeah. But it was my first, I guess, big publisher cover. So it was very different from when I did the Lord of the Rings cover for Tidal Wave. There was not a lot of time, and you only really get 3 weeks to do it. So for realism, for me, like that is a time crunch. But it was a really good learning experience because I learned a lot about the process, how a cover works, the steps you have to go to do it, and just learning how to work under that pressure. So when I have the second cover coming out later this late summer, fall, it was a lot easier for me to do that because I learned the first time how everything was done. Yeah, no, and I literally owe it to Gotham Central for that opportunity because they've been supporting my work for years, and then they literally gave me that opportunity. So I was super excited that it was for them.
That's a great place too.
Yeah, I just love it. Like they're so great. Like I mean, they're just like family. They really are. Like you walk in, they treat you like family, and you know they're so. Again, I can't say enough good things about them.
So just
Summer Bash was a hell of an event.
I guess people in the chat, we need to mention that Gotham Central is one of the biggest comic book stores in Ontario, in Mississauga. Yeah. So yeah, it's a very popular place. If you're ever visiting like Toronto or Canada, please go visit Gotham Central.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like I still have like I've been there so many times, and like I still haven't seen the whole store. Like I mean, they have
massive
stuff coming out of everywhere.
Yeah, they're in like a warehouse complex, so it's a great spot for them to be there. So they have that huge area to work in. Unfortunately, they got flooded the other year, so it was bad.
Yes, because the fish aquarium,
the fish next door.
Yeah,
all the water. Oh my God, that was insane.
But can we chime in, Dan? Are we okay?
Yeah, you guys ask questions. Yeah,
there you go. So I guess, Jessica, the first thing I wanted to ask you is like, of course, like I saw your graphite-based art, and you mentioned that what is the process of that like? Like I saw your Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. So because I'm a DC guy, and I also saw a Spider-Man you did, so it was mind blowing. So how do you get that like hyper realism with like a pencil? So in pencil art, it's very hard to do. So can you just walk us through the process?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it took years. It's taken me years to learn how to do that. I basically taught myself. Just trying to learn by myself. There wasn't a lot of people who are willing to share that information, so that's why I also share a lot of the drawing tips. But it comes down to having good pencils, really learning more about your tools, paper, pencils, erasers, and just really experimenting, because for a long time I didn't use makeup brushes. So I use makeup brushes for basically everything now. And just learning what the best pencils are for and what pencils are going to work with which paper. So really knowing and learning your craft and literally just practicing, you have to go through all the ugly stages to get to that breakthrough. And with that Gal Gadot portrait, for example, with the armor, I think that was my first piece where like, okay, things clicked, I hit another level, and it just started flowing from there.
That is a beautiful picture though.
Thank you. She's my favorite.
It is fantastic. How do you get the proportions right? Do you actually use like a measuring tape to get the proportions right, or is that just by eye?
It's kind of both. When I first started portraits, I know a lot of people use the grid. I don't use the grid. I struggled learning the proportions for many, many years. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try something different. And I literally took a ruler and measured out everything. And that's how I kind of learned. But also comic books taught me how to draw too. So knowing the proportions, the eyes, how much spaces are in between the eyes, nose. So I use both methods for that. But now it's a lot easier now that I'm drawing so much that I can sketch out ahead and sketch out where the eyes are going to be and do the correct proportions. When there's a tricky head angle, I will still bust out my ruler and measure everything out.
It's a good thing because the eye will really pick that stuff up, and I've seen a lot of artists that can botch that, and then it just doesn't look right, and then your eye goes right to that spot where it doesn't look right.
Yes, and that's why it's really important. Like one of my best tools is a mirror, actually. If you can hold it up to a mirror, you will see everything that looks anatomically wrong. So you'll see things that are really wonky, and then you can kind of flip it and go back and rework it.
Wow.
But yeah, you never stop learning, because I eventually want to hit hyperrealism, photorealism, but like I'm nowhere near that level yet. But it's just you just have to keep practicing and enjoy the process, and it can be a really tedious process. because like it's slow, right? And hair takes a long time, but if you enjoy it, eventually things will click, and then you'll just get to that next level.
Awesome. So we have a question from one of the viewers. Says, big fan, Jess, who are your biggest comic book artist influences?
Ooh, so for comic books, because I do have fine art influences that inspired my realism, but I'd have to say for comic book artists, like Alex Ross was one of the first ones. When he brought out that Marvels book, like that was mind blowing to me because I'd never seen anything like that before. Like I remember his first Terminator book. Like no one had done that level of realism in comic books before. So to me, like, I mean, I was obsessed. I still buy all his covers, like, even if I'm not reading the book or if it's, you know, whatever he does, like, I still buy it. But he was a huge inspiration. And, you know, the way he does his lighting and how he uses, you know, he photographs people and, like, you know, I use my statues for a lot of my drawings. Like, I'll photograph it in certain lights or poses, and I'll use my figures and statues for a lot of my covers, and it's because of him.
Awesome.
Did you get like Fantastic Four Full Circle?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I got that. I got all of them. So he has a bunch of new ones coming out this summer. So there's art books coming out, like a Doctor Strange one, I think. I don't know if it's him on that book, but he's doing a few.
Awesome. I just want to give a quick shout out to Comic Book Guy. Says, hello everyone. Jess is awesome artist. Love following her on IG. Then we got my good friend, my co-host on Saturday nights. Callie Comics is in the house. What's going on, Callie? Thanks for being here.
Also, if I don't follow you guys back, it's probably because I didn't see you. So just like shoot me a DM, and I'll make sure I follow you back. That happens a lot to me too. Everything also gets pushed down by like suggested follows.
Yeah. The algorithm.
Yes.
I guess my question for you is, what is the comic book that you got that started it all for you, that made you want to start drawing?
And I'm going to add to that, or TV show, or Saturday morning cartoon.
Actually, you're right on the nose with that one. It wasn't necessarily a comic book. I think my love of superheroes came from like the Super Friends, because I used to watch that all the time. Remember the intro, Saturday morning cartoons. But I would have to say it's there's 2 issues of comic books, or 3, that my mom gave me that when I was a kid. We didn't have a lot of money, so when she gave me a comic book as a treat, like it was a big deal. So it was, I think they were all in the middle of story arcs. So even though I didn't know what was going on, like these books are like completely mangled from flipping through them. But it was like a Batman, a Suicide Squad, and a Superman, Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding. And I used to flip through those and redraw them and reread them. But it was those 3 books that I was like, you know what? This is what I love doing. I love drawing the superheroes. And even though over the years I may have ventured away and tried different things with artwork and the type of art I did, eventually I just went back to comic books. And I've never been happier than doing the superhero stuff and the comic book theme work.
That's my next question for you. So I know that you got into like being a full-time comic book artist like pretty recently. So what was that like? Like what came to your mind that said that, you know, okay, I can do this like full time now, and look, you know, I love this as a career too. So what was that like?
I don't like I hope I get more work. Like that is obviously the goal. I don't know if I could do interiors, but I knew I want to do covers, and I knew I still want to do portraits, and I know I still want to draw like monsters, like universal monsters. Going full time recently, it was just I was getting busier, and people were reaching out for more work, and I couldn't take it on because I still had another job, even though it was just part time, maybe a couple shifts a week. Like it's still taking away from from my desk. And I started to feel really guilty because I had work piling up on my desk. People were waiting for. I'm like, when am I getting this done? Because, when I get scheduled at my regular job to cover vacations, which is a lot of shifts, the work that I'm getting paid for, people are waiting for. Well, that's waiting, and I'm kind of jeopardizing my clients and my business, and that's not what I want to do. So I just kind of took the leap, and it's like, you know what? They're the ones who are paying my bills. I'm not going to jeopardize my relationships, my business, my work for a part-time job, essentially. And so it was hard, though, because I've always had a little safety net, especially what's happening in the world. But, after very many, many conversations with my parents, it was like, okay, maybe it's just time to take the leap and try and see what happens. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to follow your heart, but your head gets in the way, right? So
before we get rolling on, we got a couple new people who stopped in here. So we got the Comic Patrol coming in. Thanks for being here. We got Geeking Out with Roscoe. Thanks for being here. We do have a question from my good friend Robbie Josephs. He says, Jessica, what do you think of Golden Age comic art, and how do you think it stands up to today's art?
I love Golden Age and retro art. There's something about it that I love almost even more than modern day art. It just had its own characteristics, especially old movie poster art. Like, I love all the retro art, because without that art, you wouldn't have the art you have today. And, only certain artists kind of stick out at me when I go to the shop and I'm looking at 100 books on a wall. Obviously you're looking at the covers, and, sometimes it can get all blurred, looking at the same thing. But I think without that art, you wouldn't have artists like a Mark Spears, like an Alex Ross, or, George Jimenez. Like, I love it. I think I'd love to see more of that art, I guess. But I think in today's age, when you have deadlines, it's hard, right? So
Comic Book Guy says, Jess, with the X-Men movies coming out, would love to see your take on a classic character, Cyclops, Wolverine, or Jean Grey, etc.
Interesting you say Cyclops, because I do have something planned with Cyclops, and I love the 97. So when they showed that little teaser of James Marsden as the Cyclops, I just got goosebumps. So there is something coming. I just haven't decided whether it's going to be large scale or sketch cover. Still thinking about that.
Awesome. And then we got Julian saying, didn't the Justice Friends used to come out on Cartoon Network?
I think he's talking about, Jess was talking about Super Friends. The Justice Friends is part of the Dexter's Lab setup, which is kind of like there are 3 characters there. So
I think there was the Young Justice cartoon as well, I think, which is like a Teen Titans type of show.
Callie says, what sacrifices have you made to get to this point? Okay, to say pass.
Sleep.
Who needs sleep?
Sleep was the biggest thing. I have not slept a lot this week or this year, but it was worth it. Sleep.
And Callie is a Batman fan, so he says way too much Superman stuff back there. Just kidding.
Batman's on the other side. I'll have to post some pics on Instagram, but there is Wonder Woman behind me.
There we go.
He also says, do you have representation, or do you handle it all yourself?
Right now I'm handling everything by myself. So that's why it was getting a little difficult to have the part-time job and then try and do this full-time. Like, there's just not enough hours in the day. But now that I'm full-time, I have more time to dedicate to this.
Awesome. And Robbie says he loves your answer. Then we got Longbox Bandit
Hey,
saying
Longbox.
Jessica. We got Robert Pop Springs, one of my
Hey,
good
Rob.
friends. He's popping in here saying hello. Yeah, but so Steve, do you have any questions for Jessica?
Just a bazillion of them.
Yeah. I'm here
So
for it.
So you haven't gotten much sleep, but it's probably was terrifying to make that leap, right? Losing the part-time job and having that safety buffer gone. But I always had there was a phrase that somebody had said to me a long time ago. He says, "Do what you love, the money will come." That's a big key. Have you met any like James Tynan or the Exquisite Corpses crew?
No, I have not met any. Tyler Boss, I think, was when we did our signing. Tyler Boss was at another signing in Toronto, and one of the guys took a stack of our books to go over there and get them signed. But that's the closest I met to meeting them was seeing the autographs on the books when they came back. But I hope one day. I mean, I love everything that James Tynan is doing right now and picking up a bunch of his stuff now. So I've always read his stuff through like the superhero stuff, but now I'm picking up more of like the indie stuff and really getting into that. I love everything that he's doing right now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can meet him one day. But yeah, I'm just excited to be a part of that family. So,
Awesome.
But it is scary. I'm not going to lie. Like, I still get those intrusive thoughts where I'm like, did he do the right thing? But,
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You know, those thoughts will always pop up. But I have a plan. I have a plan of what I want to do. It's just a matter of like getting my ducks in a row and getting the things done. Right now, I just have to get the work done. So my biggest thing is inventory right now. So I think once I actually have my work done, then I can start doing the stuff that I know I can do.
I can fix it for you. Everybody in the chat, give Jessica a commission.
Yeah. I have to get the work done.
You got a question for Lohit?
I have a question. Okay, so because Callie mentioned Superman, so let's talk Superman because I know that's your favorite. And I know you've drawn like Henry Cavill, you've drawn like Christopher Reeve. How do you rank all the Superman? And, I know
George Reeve.
Reeves is obviously your favorite. And what does he mean to you? Like, he'll make you believe that a man can fly through that.
I think Reeves is always my favorite because it reminds me of my mom. And just like little things that she used to do for me when I was a kid, like cutting the pictures of him out of the cereal box. Just little stuff like that where we didn't have a lot, but little stuff. And because she still does some of those little things, like, she would buy the Superman like peanut butter because I love Superman, but it didn't matter if the peanut butter tastes like crap. It was just because it was Superman, right? Or like Superman French fries. So for me, we all grew up with Chris Reeve. He's all iconic, but it was just more like my mom.
Awesome. We got another question here from Bud's Cafe. Jess, do you take commissions? I've always wanted drawing a Wolverine putting his claws through Superman.
That would be an interesting one. Yes.
Dan would like that one.
Yes. I'm going to be reopening them soon. I had to just finish up some of the pieces from May. Some of them did take a little longer than expected because I still had a lot happening with the other job and stuff. So I literally just almost finished those. But yes, I'm going to be actually making an official post and updating my sites and stuff. So yes, I will be opening commissions officially very soon. So it is coming, I promise.
Awesome. I guess my question for you is, have you ever thought about starting your own comic or drawing for a comic for someone else that's writing?
Possibly. Right now, it wouldn't be the right time for me right now. But it's not something I'm gonna like shut the door on. Maybe possibly in the future if something really interesting kind of piqued my interest. It's just time right now, especially since our house is still up for sale. Like I don't want to take on more than I can handle. So I'm just gonna try and space things out right now.
Awesome.
Mark Spears Monsters, Jessica Archer Aliens.
Right. I mean, granted, if someone came to me with a Universal Monster project or whatever, I'd stop everything.
Is that also your jam? Like, I know you mentioned like the monster movies and all. Do you have like a favorite? Or did you grow up on them? Like, where does that horror love come from?
Yeah, no, I grew up with the Universal Monsters. I remember watching Dracula on TV with my mom, and like I've always loved them. Frankenstein, Bela Lugosi, and then it just kind of progressed as I got older, and it's, you know, I'm not the only one who likes them. Like, there's so much now, and I can't get enough of it, especially Image is putting out all those books.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I have loved them since I was a kid. I can't tell you really why. I just was always fascinated. But I guess maybe with the creature from the Black Lagoon, when we used to go to my grandparents and we'd go in the basement, he had like a movie poster of the creature coming out.
That was the best one.
Like, he used to just like pull it out and scare us with it, and so I'm like who is this creature thing, right? So I think maybe that's what started the obsession. All these weird looking creature things.
And they're also artistic looking, like all of them, even the Wolfman, and you know, they all have a specific look.
Yes.
My favorite is the Invisible Man, because I don't know why I was always loving H.G. Wells stuff, because I was reading his stuff too as a kid. But yes, I gravitate more towards Invisible Man. And Jeff Lemire did like an Invisible Man book. And
that was really, really good.
Awesome. Yeah. Everybody.
You got a question?
Well, we're going back around again. Oh,
yeah.
Yes. The have you done any Absolute Wonder Woman yet?
No, but I absolutely want to do some Absolute characters. I have some ideas. I just not sure whether to do sketch covers or an actual series of original art. So it is in the works. I'm still planning.
Would you do those in color, or would you just do your customary black and white?
I think for the first time drawing them, I would do them in the black and white, because color tends to be tricky. You got to plan out, because when I do color, I do alcohol marker and color pencils, and I kind of have to sit there and plan what my color palette's going to be, how the colors look on the paper. Like, that's a whole different process. So I would do black and white first, because I do find it a lot easier to do than colors. I can do colors, that will take a lot longer, and trying to figure that out. And then when you're drawing a character for the first time, it can be a little tricky.
Right. Excellent.
What is that one character you've never drawn, but you wish that given an opportunity you would like totally pounce upon?
Absolute Batman.
Wow.
I think he would be a lot of fun to do, and I do plan on drawing him. But if I was, if I had the opportunity to do like a cover, like, I think that would be a lot of fun to draw. Like, he's just so like beefy and like boxy looking, and I think you could just have a lot of fun with him.
I think we should all tweet Scott Snyder now.
Yeah.
Callie had another question. So when you do cover art, do they give you anything aside from the money?
I don't know how it is for regular covers. Like, for exclusives, it goes. There's two ways of doing when you have an exclusive cover. So you can get some comps, or you can just get monetary payment. So it just depends on the company, or, if you're doing like a retailer exclusive, I think a lot of shops give the option of which one you want to do. If you're doing for an actual publisher, like a regular cover, I think they just pay you monetary. But mine were like, when I did the Lord of the Rings, that was for Tidal Wave, and that was like monetary when you do the exclusive. So I haven't done a regular, like a main cover. The only covers I've done so far are exclusive. So I chose to do comps, though, because I eventually want to do Fan Expo and Comic Cons. So I would like to have my own little stockpile and inventory of my covers, so I can bring to shows and do stuff with that.
Are you going to be there at Fan Expo? Will you be there?
Are you planning to go to that one?
If we're doing the panel, then I'm probably going. If we're not, I'm probably not, just because I live so far and I really have quite a bit to do before September, October. So time is not on my side this year. So
for my question for you, what was your favorite cover you've done so far throughout your career?
All of them.
To be honest, and they're just sketch covers, but anytime I get to do the Universal monsters, like I have the most fun doing those ones. I literally have like a Halloween party at my desk. The music is going.
Sweet.
Like my desk, my wallet inspiration over my desk is like all Universal monster stuff. So, Image, if you're listening, I'm available to do a monster cover.
What's the music of choice for the horror stuff?
Honestly, I love the vintage. Like I just put an album on my Spotify, and I can't remember his name, but it's like all 40s swing Halloween music. And
cool.
It's totally fun though, and it just kind of puts me in that spooky mood or Halloween mood, and I can pump out a cover a lot quicker.
Excellent.
Is that your
motivational music?
Is that your favorite genre of music, like to work and all? Like,
oh no, that's just when I do the Halloween stuff. But usually if I'm like, yeah, if I'm doing superhero stuff, I usually will have like Hans Zimmer or any comic book kind of theme. Right. Yeah.
Hans Zimmer shows are like so phenomenal, like even from his Pirates of the Caribbean to Mission Impossible 2. I just play them in the background.
Yeah.
It helps you focus, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, when you hear that Batman music, you get like so pumped up, like when he's like rising up and like da 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 da.
Like his music is so epic and dramatic. So when you're drawing, it like if I'm not focused, I'll put on his stuff, and for some reason, like I just log in and then like I just go.
Have you seen him in concert though? I think he played at the Scotiabank. My cousin went. I couldn't go that time. I was not well.
Oh, I'm jealous. We kind of wanted to go, but we couldn't get down there. It's too far.
Awesome. So we had a couple good comments here. One, Julian said he drew Absolute Batman before.
Okay.
And then Longbox Bandit says Jessica is the future all-star. You heard it here first.
Aw, you're too kind.
And then he said Monster Mash, and then Callie said David Bowie's Peter and the Wolf.
I have not heard that one. I'll have to download that one.
There you go. I wanted to talk to you about two things that are probably close to you. One is, of course, Art Chick, and the other one is you're like a brand ambassador of this brand called Chart Pack. Can you talk a little bit about those two and what makes you so passionate about those brands?
So Charpak is it's like a art supply brand. It's an art supplies company. I'm actually an affiliate for them. I have been using their products even before I became an ambassador. I was using all their colored pencils and graphite pencils. And then I became part of the Koh-i-Noor drawing team, and I was very fortunate that after that, when they started an affiliate program, that they approached me to be one of their ambassadors. So I was like, for sure, because I was already using their stuff anyways, and I love all their products and I use them in my studio. So yes, I am an official ambassador for Chart Pack. So if anyone has any questions about their art supplies, I can answer them. I can give them a discount. So.
And can you talk a little bit about Art Chick as well?
Art Chick? I don't think I've had that for a while. Just because I had so many issues with my Instagram. It logged me out some of my accounts. For some reason, my Jessica Archer Artworks is the only account that will work. I got locked out, and I've never been able to use my other Instagram accounts. So, unfortunately, some of the projects I wanted to pursue just didn't happen.
Also, did you know you have something common with us? You're supporting a friend of yours who has like cancer and stuff. I saw a couple of posts. We're also doing like a cancer raffle for Black Order Comics.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we are.
Yes, yeah. If you need any artwork donated, just let me know. The Comic Underground, we ended up they raised just over 21,000 for the fundraiser. And like, I mean, I was blown away because
that's amazing.
Yeah, it was. Everyone stepped up and came out. I even just bid on a book that night. It was my first time, but I was super excited, and it went to a good cause.
So Comic Book Guy has. I love to see a mashup of Jess's love for Superman and monsters, a Bizarro drawing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have not drawn him before, but that's a good idea. Yeah.
And then Robbie has another question. Have you ever sent any of your works to DC or Marvel people would buy up the Universal Monster piece?
Like a mashup of the companies with the monsters?
I'm thinking he means, have you ever sent any of your work to them?
Oh,
to
no.
DC and Marvel?
No, not yet. Not to those two, no.
Okay. Awesome. Steve, you got any other questions for Jess?
Yeah, the type of...
Oh, there you do it.
Monsters.
This is like the Blu-ray set for all the Monsters movies, Universal Classics. So it's got Frankenstein.
And those are the classic ones, too. Because,
yes.
I mean, there's the modern takes on them, but I like the classic look of the characters.
Yeah, no, the classics are... They tried doing all those new contemporary movies, and I just couldn't get into them. Even the last
I like the old black and white.
Yep, black and white is best.
Yeah, the black and white ones for me are...
Here's my favorite.
You know, NECA is coming out with an Invisible Man figure.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. Get that.
It's literally a clear piece of plastic, though.
It's invisible for a reason.
Yeah, they'll give me a bag of that.
What's your favorite size of work, like the paper size? What's your favorite size to work with? Like comic book size, or you to go like larger?
No, see, I love working large. Right now I'm doing an 18 by 24 Bride of Frankenstein. Like, I like working big. Nice. And then I'm finishing one last commission that's about 14 by 17 inches. So it's kind of nice to kind of go back to large scale after working small for so long. So I'm having a lot of fun with those. Actually, I can show you.
Sure. Do you find it faster to do the big ones versus the smaller ones?
No.
Look, that looks amazing.
That's the Bride of Frankenstein?
That's the Bride of Frankenstein.
Nice.
But honestly, I think the small ones take just as long, just because you're just doing a different kind of detailing. So the small pictures or sketch covers, you're doing the detailing with blending. With the large stuff, you're doing actual detailing. So like wrinkles, hair, it's equal amount of time.
I've got one question for you. Can I? So basically, I just wanted to ask you, like, because I know you're into teaching art as well, right? So, where can people find you, like your drawing stuff and all, like the teaching stuff? And what do you have? Do you have any like advice for like small artists, like budding artists like me, who can do this, but who basically just doodle around? And how do I take my art to the next level, right? So.
Well, you could see, I'm going to go back now that I'm full-time. Every Tuesday, I'm going to do the Tuesday tips, and then I will be sharing more drawing tips on the regular now. But I have started a blog on my website as well, which is like learning about your art supplies right now, but eventually I'll go into different things like how to draw hair, how to draw, stuff like that. So my blog is on my website, Jessica Archer Artworks. I think there's two blogs right now. One is an introduction to realism, kind of gives you a breakdown of the tools. Mm-hmm. And I think the second one I just put out was about using the pencils I use, which is the Toussaint d'Or graphite pencils, and why I use them, what I use them for. In terms of teaching, I haven't done any courses. Maybe it's something to think about in the future. But right now I'm just going to do like the drawing tips, and I'm going to start that regularly. So I won't be disappearing 1 week, showing up another week, and then it'll be more consistent now. And I'll try and break things down simple and easy so that anyone who is just beginning, like, they can just pick it up really easily. But my biggest thing is you have to have fun. I think people just are online and they see what everyone else is doing and they just kind of like, well, I suck. But I mean, we all start with stickmen. That's how I started. My portraits never used to have blending, so they looked really rough. Everything looked very unproportioned. You just have to go through those stages of learning and just really have fun, because if you're not having fun, there's no point. And even I'm still learning. My stuff still looks ugly, but if you enjoy it, you'll keep going with it, and then you'll eventually get to those next levels.
Practice. That's how you get to Carnegie Hall. Practice.
That's what it is. It's just practicing, right? I draw every day. Like, there's not a day where if I'm not doing the professional polished works, I'm doodling in a sketchbook. So
awesome.
Bud's Cafe says, Jess, how has Instagram increased your reach, or any of the other younger kid socials?
Instagram is my big one. I don't use every single social media platform. I think that's just a waste of time, because then you'll burn out, what used to happen to me. A lot of my focus is Instagram, because I have made so many connections. My main reach is email and Instagram. My newsletter is how I connect really one-on-one with my people. And then Instagram is like daily interactions through messaging. So even though I'm not posting, like, I use my messaging like daily. Like, that is always busy. And I think if you are going to get into a social media platform, Instagram's still the biggest platform. And I'd say learn how to use the platforms. Make sure you're using your DMs. Like, use it for what it's meant for, social. So be social. If you engage with others, they'll engage with your stuff too. And I genuinely like the people I choose to follow. So it's, like, I'm interested in their stuff too.
That's a bonus.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be reciprocated both ways. Like, if you're just posting, then it's,
100%. Yep.
Comic Book Guy has a question. What character or monster have you drawn the most?
Ooh.
Character I've drawn the most would be, like, I'd say Superman, Batman. Monster, I'd say, like, Frankenstein.
Okay. So I guess my question for you is going to be the biggest question that we got so far. When will you come back on Canucks on Comics and let us know what the cover's going to be?
Ooh.
When I get the approval, and I will let you guys know first.
Awesome. You heard it here first. She will come back.
No, we're going to hear it here first.
I will DM you and be like, okay, I'm allowed to say something. Or someone will post something, and then I'll see it by surprise.
That's usually how it works.
That's usually how it works.
It got leaked.
But, I just want to say thank you for being here tonight, giving us the time and stepping away from drawing to be here with these three knuckleheads as our first guest on here. This has been an absolute amazing time getting to learn more about you, the art that you do, your stories, everything. And I know from me, from Lohit, from Steve, we wish you all the very best in every way of success that you can get. And you are welcome back here anytime. You just let us know, and the link is there for you. We love having you, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future, and we'll be following you every step of the way.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me. Like, it was a huge honor to be on your show tonight. And to everyone watching, thank you so much. And I just love you guys. You guys made me feel really welcome and comfortable, and I had a great time chatting with you. And my goodness, like, we should, even if we're not doing a podcast, we should still do a little chat. And I just had
we can give you some good ideas, right, Steve? We've been telling Marvel they got a spot foil.
We are the idea guys, man. Spot foils.
Spot foils.
Hyperrealism.
We'll be the marketers.
But
yeah, thank you very, very much for everything, for all your support and having me on tonight.
Definitely. We loved having you. Like you said, you are welcome back anytime. Hopefully we can get you on maybe once a couple months or something, see how you're progressing and everything too.
I'll make time for you guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely everyone in the chat saying thank you, wishing you great success and everything. But before we get going, I'm going to let these two, if they have any final questions for you, to ask them now.
Or forever hold your hands on your pieces.
There you go. No, I think I just want to thank you for everything that you do. I guess, like, the artwork is phenomenal. Please follow Jess on Instagram. You can see a lot of her art posted out there, and even the process of those videos, like, is amazing to just watch. Right? I did not know what tonal grading is, Jess, before I saw your videos. Now I know a little bit more about it. But yeah, so thank you for everything you do, because you're not only just drawing stuff, but you're also imparting your skill to others. So that's really great of you.
That's my goal. I just want to make sure I'm serving people as much as I'm doing this stuff. So I thank you so much.
That's awesome. Make sure you guys go to Gotham Central and pick up this book. Okay, go on their website, go to them in person, and grab it. They've got copies there, so grab them up. There you go. That's my little piece. Thanks, Jessica, for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And everybody, all of her socials are in the description, so you can click on it and go right to it. Support her, give her a rating, a like, everything like that. Share it out. She's great, amazing. And I'm super glad that we get to support and showcase more of Canadian talent that we got here in Canada that are in comic books. And we got bigger things, better things to come. Just like Jessica, we're growing too. And I'm glad that she's going to be here growing with us, and we get to grow with her as well. I just want to say thank you again, and just to give a little bit of what's coming in the Mondays to come. On August 24th, we have another great Canadian going to be joining us, Mike Ruth.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just before Fan Expo too, so then I'll see him there.
Yeah.
So jelly.
This is Mike Ruth. There you go. He drew this. So yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of the Rook Exodus cover that he did, and he was at Gotham Central doing a signing with Jason Fabok.
Yeah,
which is pretty
that
cool.
would be awesome.
So from me, from these two, from Jessica, I want to say thank you to the chat, because we're not here without the chat either. So thank you, a big shout out to all of them watching and listening. We appreciate you guys. But yeah, I can't wait to showcase more Canadian talent, artists, and writers for all you guys. I know these guys can't wait either. And we're definitely going to have this lovely woman back again and see what she's getting up to. Hopefully she'll be on to bigger and better things. Image, Marvel, all you guys, go right now. Get her while she's hot.
Absolute Batman.
Absolute Batman.
We don't need any more Absolute Batman covers.
Yes, we do. We need more.
Need more monsters.
Green Lantern. That'd be a good one. Joe Mullins.
Yeah. Or Green Arrow. Or Catwoman. Yeah. Ooh, Absolute Catwoman.
Yeah, that would be good.
I got some sketch covers.
She does.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, buy up some sketch covers, too. What do you charge for a sketch cover, like on a blank variant?
Right now they're about $100. But you get a little, I will cover the shipping if it's in Canada. And then I usually put them in a comic book preserver with a certificate of authenticity. So I make sure, actually, before we go, I'll share, I think I just saw really quickly, Clara just got a book graded that I did a sketch cover for. And they graded it CGC graded 9.8.
Whoa.
So like I take care of my books, my art, my people. So if you get a cover, it's going to be taken care of. So
almost. Minnesota's close.
You know what? Yes, I can
Canada adjacent.
This Joker thing is old now. I need a Jessica Archer there.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have one up there and replace it.
But yeah, before we get out here, Jess, is there anything you want to plug that you got coming up or anything?
Support your local comic shops. Support your fellow creators, because these are the people that support you on your journey. Without my shops and without you guys, like I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. Without the people, I wouldn't be able to draw every day. And it's the people that come with you and support you, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without any of you. So thank you.
And stay tuned. I have a sketch cover coming from you.
It's going to be the thing, right? Yeah, it's going to be the thing.
But no, thank you. Thank you to everyone. We hope we made your Monday that much better here on Canucks on Comics. If you're watching us on the replay, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. And like I said, everything for Jessica is in the description, so go check her out. And till then, guys, we'll see you the next one. Have a great Monday night.
Thanks, guys.